you always sing in the high range like that, Daniel?
No, sometimes low. I sing right here. Sometimes I sing right there. Listen for my name. But that's I sing like that because it suits me, so I want to sing so that people can hear me. Because we sing with in the same octave down in a male voice. Well, say, what is he saying? The guitar might take the sound from you, see, and you have to stay up there with it.
Okay. Like you're rusty.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I am. Man, what you talking about? Right there. I know. I wish you could hear some of the tapes that I have out. You could say, yes, he is. He need to pick up. You would say that.
You talking about tape?
Oh, this?
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to do it.
Okay. You want me to take the guitar?
Yes. I'm going to pick up on that guitar, though, because I got to get ready, because I got to go up Old Howard in a couple of weeks.
Next week?
It will be, I believe it is next week. I got to pick up on it. Now this is something that I played back there at the beginning of my early life, and I lost out on it because I stopped playing. And for the recent years, people asked me, said they heard me made a few strokes on the guitar. He said, "You can play harmonica, can you?" I said, "No." And I played. He said, "Play what you can." I made a couple little notes there, you know, and he said, "Oh, if you have stopped, you go back and pick it up and start playing that harmonica again." So I wasn't that hard-headed. This is something I'm gonna sing when the saints go marching in. I'm not gonna sing it where it was written now, because there's two versions to it. The new version, the old version is like the song was written. But this is a new version, and I'm gonna play it one of those ways. I don't know which one you like the best. Which one you like, the new one or the old one?
I bet we'll like it the way you do it.
Like it the way I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, marching in, good Lord, I want to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. That's the old way. Now you heard it played that way, haven't you? Now we're going to the new way. This is what you call the inhale. Now I was exhaling just then, but this is inhaling. And you don't find too many do a inhaling, but I think most everybody who are playing the harmonica now is trying to inhale, because it's a different sound. And it goes something like that. Oh, when the saints go marching on in, ooh, when the saints go marching on in, do you want to be in a holy number?
Man.
I think I like the new one.
Which one you like best?
I like the new one.
Well,
Can
I'm
you-
almost persuaded that's what I like. The first thing I remember playing was a harmonica a little bit. I wasn't doing much on it because I laid it aside because I didn't hear talk too many people playing harmonica. I said, I'll put mine down too. And I stopped playing. Then the next thing I took up was something like a soundboard. This is something that it been just put like this, and it's stretched, got a wire stretched from end to end. You know, cross our lips like this, and pick with your finger, and the sound would come out. You wouldn't get no sound unless you were moving your lips on it. How many guitars in a home band? Just once in a while that you come across some man and a very few women, but with men played guitars then. Trying to play a guitar, and where I accomplished something then, it was that I would go to these screen doors and pull that wire out and stretch it, and made me 6 strings and stretched it across a strong piece of metal. Made the strings sound just as strong as I was telling you about this soundboard. And I was able to touch each one of those strings and pick until I got a sound out each one, until I learned. I said, well, if I can do this much, I wonder will I be able to play a guitar. Then my younger brother borrowed a guitar and said he was buying it for himself, and he knew he was buying that guitar for me. But he said he was buying it for himself. He kept it a week, and I kept it a week. And finally he told me, he said, you just keep the guitar. I said, I'm working hard, I don't have time to play it. Told me to keep it. He knew he bought it for me to start with. To play that. That was I was about 25 years of age then. And that's when I started playing guitar. And I've been banging on a guitar ever since. 19 and 25. Or I might say a little earlier than that, but I say I was grasping very well 1925, when I was 25 years of age, I'm trying to say. And so doing it, I've been playing guitar a little bit, most any place, church, school gathering, private home, up and down the street. I used to stand on the street corners and play, until people would come and drop money over into the guitar, and if they didn't do that, they pull my head off my head, and somebody else carrying the head around. I don't know what they were doing, but they carried it around. When they come back to me, it's the old saying, they said I had a head full of money. So that's what I used to do on the street corners.
What towns?
South Hill, which was my hometown, Cambridge, likewise, Alberta, Chase City, Border, Drake's Branch, all those little towns I was going to. And every time I go, I had my guitar, and that's why he supported me a great deal of my getting in and out.
Would somebody in your family drive you over to those towns?
No, there's friends, just like you are, or Sharon over there. Either one of you. If you see calls to, Daniel, come on, go with me. Let's ride out a little while. And say, get your guitar. I go and get that guitar. And here we go. I sit in the back seat playing that guitar, and we have big time. You didn't have on radios on the cars then. I do all the radio playing. So we did that. I sang my songs and played them, and they were glad, and we stop at a certain place and gather. The people gather around the car, and I play, and so the people could hear. And I'd ride around, and that's the way we enjoy. Had a big time out in the country, in the towns, up and down the highways, on the road, the bypass, and so forth. Playing my guitar and enjoying it. Had a glorious time. What I was enjoying my life.
You'd just give us an idea of some of the occasions or events where music was played in your community when you were growing up?
Well, mostly that what they were doing at that time, they were playing accordions. I tried that a little bit. And they were playing guitars, and they were playing more like then for little parties. They have house parties. And they called it 8-hand set or 16-hand set. And they'd have a special room. They would move all the furniture so they could go in there and have the fun doing it at night. And that's where they played. And he had special songs that they played for them to have the little dance. And they do all that, what we call 8-hand set and a 16-hand set, we call the square dance today. And that's what they were doing. And I was attached to a portion of that myself. After I got old enough and thought that I could play, I did part of it too. And that was their way of enjoying the friends and their neighbors. When they had worked all day, that's the fun that they had at night. Got up the next day, were ready to go back to work, the same as that they had been sleeping all night. Didn't matter. And they played all kind of old funny songs, old John Henry and old what you call Bama. An old song, they ain't got no baby now and all that stuff. And that's all they cared for, just to play some song like that so they could have a step to dance off. So that's what they did then. And I played a portion of it. But after I got old enough to realize what it meant to me, I said, now, I've been playing out here for the pleasures of the world. Now I'm going and get into something else. I started playing my hymns, my folk song, my spiritual song, my gospel song, and some classical song. That's what I got into then and started playing. And so I still try to play a little bit of them now. That's what I'm still trying to do.
Was there something in particular that happened that made you turn away from the blues and dance music?
Yes. I went to church. I joined the church. I wanted to be a good member in the church. I want to be a true one. And that's why I stopped playing for the world. I don't say I was playing for the world, but just playing because it was a pleasure to me. I was playing because I liked to do it. Playing because the people liked it. But I got to the place that it wasn't for me to continue that. And I was come over on the Lord's side. So I began to sing and play his song. So doing it, I learned to sing in the quartets. We had a quartet, we sang. The last quartet I sang was named the Ideal Spirituals the idea of spiritual singers. And I sing bass. I hit another one to sing the baritone, another one to sing the tenor, one to sing the lead. Sometimes I lead it and change around. And that's the way we did our quartet singing. Tried to sing it with a message. If I were to right now start to singing a song, there's a bright side somewhere. And I mean that side, that message that I get out of it. One of these days, there'll be a brighter day than it is with me now. I'm in darkness right now, but that's going to be a brighter day. And there's a bright side somewhere. Beyond you and I. And that's going to be that bright day and that bright side. And I'll be glad to get over that one day and enjoy. And that's a message that I get out a song like that in mind, because it's a message that I get out of it. And it's something that I'm not ashamed to let the people know this is the way I feel about it, and I sing it this way, and this way I get my joy. Peace and happiness. Song said there's a peace in the valley for me someday. You get a message out of it. And the only way you get that message out of it, you've got to put yourself in what you're singing. Put yourself in it, you can get something out of it. But if you don't put yourself in it, you're lost. Just like a turkey in high weed.
What about the blues music? Did that have a message, or is that the wrong message? Or?
Oh yeah, it's a message to blues. Yeah, it's a message to blues. I composed a song back in years and years ago. Oh, I composed quite a few songs back there, but I didn't think I had to talk about it today.
No, you don't have to.
One particular song, I was walking along on the road, out by myself, out in the country, playing my guitar and putting the words together. I was singing a song like this. This is made the chords first. I played it out, and then I began to utter the words. And the words of it says, get away from your short-haired woman, always standing in my face. Say, I want a long-haired woman that swing from her head on down. And I'd play that, you see. And I really played it. Why, you ain't saying something about that? I'm telling you, lady.
You're supposed to keep quiet back here.
Our job's supposed to be quiet.
Oh.
We're sitting there trying to bite our lips.
So, well, this is all right for the tape. We just enjoy.
That's right. That's right.
You asked me for the story, and I'm telling it to you. Now, if you don't get a message out of that, and if you don't get a feeling of that, keep your mouth closed, showing up.
Oh, wow.
Talking to a long-haired woman anyway.
Yeah. So I'm all right.
I thought it was. That's really not pointing to it. So that's the type that singing means. That's what it means to you. Blues got feelings just like a spiritual song got feeling. But it's there for a length of time and soon done away with. But that old time religion will always be there. It sang the song, expressed them. It was a song that my father used to sing, Lord, I want more religion to help me on to God. Now, he had something while he was singing that song. He had something that was revealing to him and caused him to want to get closer and closer to the one whom he served, to Almighty God. Mm-hmm. And while he was doing that, he sang this song, Lord, I want more religion to help me on to God. So religion make me happy. Yes, I want to go to leave this world of trouble and trials here below. Mm. He sang that song. Mm. And I sing it sometime myself, because I got it from him. I heard him saying, but I didn't know the meaning of it until I got in the category, this is what it means to us. When we say, we get a message of what we sing or what we play. And that was it.